What's up, everybody? It's Ryan with On This Day in MMA. Hope everybody had a great day today. It's Monday, November the 13th. We just had UFC 295 this weekend, Saturday night, Madison Square Garden. It was a great card. Really enjoyed it. One of the things that really stuck out to me, though, that I've been thinking about since that card was the whole Mackenzie Dern situation. She fought Jessica Andrade. Andrade hurt her. Man, dropped her, I think, 3 or 4 times. I think she really and the broadcasters, Rogan and DC and them were definitely talking about her stand up. It's almost like Ronda Rousey 2.0. It goes to the ground. She's money. She's going to get it done for sure. But the stand up, and Andrade is a banger, dude. She's a banger. Has been in the UFC for a long time. Was the champion. Has been in some big time fights. I was thinking about it a little bit though, man, and I think that she's got a lot going on. The girl does in her personal life, man. You can almost kind of just see it on her. It's like the weight of it all. It's just, I think it's really just like holding her down. And I can just base it off of course, I've never fought in an octagon or anything like that before. Fought before in my life previously, of course, growing up and everything, spending 4 years in the Marine Corps. We've had our fair share of scraps, that's for sure, but to do it on a professional level like that, it has to affect you. And I can just take it from my life, and when I've had things going on, personal stuff going on in the past and different things, it affects your work life. Those things go hand in hand. If you got stuff going on in your personal life and things are just messed up, whatever it might be, it's going to carry over into your work life. I truly believe that. I've seen it happen time and time again with other guys that I've known, employees, guys, gals, doesn't matter. Personal stuff going on, it affects your work life for sure. And I think that might have a part in this whole thing with her. Now granted, the stand-up isn't that good. She definitely needs to get better, but I think at this point in her career, she's probably already gotten probably as good as she's going to get. Now, she can, I'm sure, adjust some things, tweak some things. She get in with the right coaches. They might be able to help her out a little bit, but, I just think she's struggling, man, with all this personal stuff that she's got going on outside of the ring, outside of the octagon and stuff, and like I said, I can see it. I know when I've had stuff going on like that too, then it's definitely affected her, and I think it has. It was close there in the beginning. She was walking her down there. She was going at her, walking her down. She had a nice jab going from what I can remember. Yeah, she had a pretty nice jab going there for a while, and Andrade was just too tough for her. She got the timing down and started getting the distance down on her, and then man, she just lit her up, dropped her like 3 or 4 times, I think, and then he finally, stopped it that last time, and that was, of course, a good stoppage. I mean, she was done in. I already dropped her quite a few times. That was a good stoppage by the referee, but I was really pulling for her, man. I really was. I'm a big fan. I like the girl. I like the way she carries herself. She's a professional. I just like her. I do. I was really hoping she could have got this win. I think if she would have got this win, that really could have put her in a real good spot. So, what do you do with her with Mackenzie now? Where does she go from here? I mean, of course she's going to stay in the UFC. She's a big name. She does bring a lot of eyeballs to the sport. She's an attractive woman. There's no question about that. So yeah, they're not going to be like cutting her or anything like that. That's not going to happen for sure. But where does she go from here? They got to give her another opponent. Maybe not somebody as seasoned and as much as a veteran as Andrade, but then you get some other up and comer who's nasty. No name girl puts it against her and she beats. Then she gets another loss like that. Then it's like, oh man, what? So I hope she can bounce back from this. I hope she gets everything worked out. In her personal life and everything, and because like I said, I'm a big fan of her, dude. I do. I like her. I pull for her. I like the way she carries herself, and that's real big for me. I think with the fighters that I enjoy watching, like how they carry themselves. Michael Chandler, big fan of that dude, man. He's a blue collar type guy, you know. He gets in there, he never turns down a fight, he goes hard, and he carries himself the right way, you know. Doesn't do a whole lot of talking and all that stuff, and you know, he's a professional. He's a true professional, and he carries it that way. So, you know, big fan of him as well. What else did we have? Oh man, of course, dude, the Aspinall KO. Wow, like I had a little bet going with my buddy. I had Aspinall and I had Alex Pereira in the as my two picks. And man, Aspinall, I didn't think he was going to end it in the first round, but then again, neither one of them had really been out of the first round that much. So it was like, you know, but I thought he was going to probably use some more wrestling. I thought he would come in there light on his feet like he did, and man, he looked light. He was bouncing around, boom, and Pavlovich was just standing there just like, you know, just ready to go, and Tom's bouncing around looking like a freaking welterweight in there, bouncing around. He's light on his feet, he's fast, he goes with those 1-2, he goes with that 1-2 and that hook. He'll do that boom, 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 that 1-2 and then that hook, man, that hook comes around, it's nasty. So he's quick, he's fast, light on his feet, you know, but it was a great KO. Caught Pavlovich on, like, I think it was like caught him like on kind of like the top of the head. He went down. I mean, I think he was already out by the time he hit the ground. Then he came down and hammer fisted him, probably woke him back up, you know. But great fight. He's another one I really like a lot too. Aspinall, man, professional, carries himself the right way, and that was cool about this card too, man. There wasn't a whole lot of rah back and forth talking shit, and that stuff has a place in this whole MMA world and everything, you know, but still, man, I like the guys that just go in there and just handle it on fight night and go in there and just do their thing. Like, they don't need to do all that, you know, they don't need to talk all that shit. They handle it in the ring, and that card, this whole card kind of brought all that together, you know, you know, it was cool seeing that. Like, there wasn't a whole lot of trash talking, there was respect, and even when the match started, you know, and they came up and Tom put his hand on his shoulder and then Sergey put his hand on his shoulder and they were just staring at each other, man, you could just see, like, dude, you knew that these two were getting ready to go to war, man. They were just staring at each other. Fuck, that's got to be a hell of a feeling, you know. But great KO by Aspinall. Really, it was just, what do you do with him, you know? I mean, dude, the guy's not going to sit around for a year and a half and wait for John Jones. Like, that just doesn't even make any sense. And look, I think the UFC is going to get it worked out. They didn't want to call any shots. Dana was asked about it in the press conference after the fight. You know, he wasn't in a position right now to answer all those questions. Hey, what are we going to do? Are you going to still keep Jones, Miocic? You going to still do this? And it was just like, dude, he's not going to answer those kind of questions right now, you know? Like, they're going to figure out what's the best thing to do. And look, it's very simple, in my opinion, and I'm sure that they're going to get it worked out, but this is old Ryan's humble opinion. You do the Jones and Stipe match as just like a big-time, great pay-per-view, legacy fight, the greatest heavyweight of all time versus the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. You still do that fight, but it's a legacy fight, man. It's not for the belt. Aspinall should be the undisputed champ, period. And I think as time goes on, I think they're probably going to work that out. They're going to go to Jones, go to Miocic, maybe work something out with them, give them a little bit extra money. You know, money fixes a lot of stuff, you know. So, you make Aspinall the true heavyweight champion, and then have those two guys fight, have them move on, and then you have a number one contenders match with, I'm not even sure who else will be in the heavyweight, Cyril Gane, you know, somebody like that that's in the top 5, have them fight, and then the winner gets Aspinall. The guy's not going to sit out for a year and a half waiting on John Jones. That's ridiculous. They have such a small window, these fighters do, man, to be on top. Like, a year and a half out of his prime, he could already had 2 or 3 fights in by then, you know? So, and what does he do? Defend the interim belt? I mean, has that ever even been done? I don't even think it's ever been done. So, you know, they're going to get it worked out. I truly believe that, but in my opinion, and I think in a lot of people's opinion that I've talked to about this, Aspinall is the heavyweight champ. Period. Aspinall is the heavyweight champ. No question about it. At least in my book, and a lot of people that I talk to's book as well. So you do the Stipe and Jones fight. You keep that thing as a great fight. That's going to be a great one. Can't wait. Would love to watch it. But it's a legacy fight. It's not for the belt. Aspinall is the true champ. And then you had the Yuri and Alex Pereira fight. Dude, Pereira is so slick. Like, I'm sitting there watching it, and he was setting it up, man. He was just waiting. Yuri was the one pressing the match. Yuri was pressing. Pereira looked like he was kind of, like he wasn't really engaging. Like, he was just waiting for his moment. He knew it was going to come. He was hitting him with them leg. He was beating that leg up on Yuri's leg. I mean, his left leg was shot, like, after the second round. You know, but Alex was just like waiting for his moment. He was just waiting for that shot. He knew it was going to eventually come, so he just laid back, let Yuri throw those different things. He did a lot of defense. Was backing up, getting away, moving out of the way, throwing the leg kick, just waiting for a shot. And as soon as Yuri came in, bop, bop, dropped him. And look, you take Yuri for his word. He was the one that was in there, right? He said it. Now, he doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who's going to make a whole lot of excuses for anything. He's not going to be like, that was an early stoppage, that was this, that was that. He's not the type that's going to do that. He's going to say, look, man, and he said what we all had thought too. He was out. Like, dude, Alex caught him, he dropped, and then he caught him, he dropped. Then he was hitting him in the side, and then he started bringing those elbows down, boom, boom, boom. And you could see him kind of like fall back, and then he kind of fell back. If he was still in the match, he would have tried to wrap him up. He would have tried to wrap him, scoop him, drop him down. Put your hands together, scoop the legs, and he would have tried to get top position. He didn't do that. He fell backwards. You're not going to do that if you're not hurt. He was hurt. He fell backwards. He even said it himself that he was out. Like it was a good stoppage, and I agree. I think it was too. He fell back. They stopped it. If he would have fell back, Pereira just would have kept on smashing him, and he would have took a whole bunch of unnecessary damage. It was a great fight. I like those two guys too, man. Really, everybody, man. From the Mackenzie Andrade to the Aspinall Sergey to the Yuri Pereira, all of them fighters, man. I really, really like them a lot, man. I like how they carry themselves, but Yuri, what do you do with him now? Like, he's gonna be in the mix. He's probably within the next year. He might even be champ again. And I'm calling it right here, right now. What is this? November 13th, 2023. I bet within the next one calendar year, next 12 months, Yuri Prochazka will be the light heavyweight champion again. I'm calling it right here. So, if that's either with the rematch with Pereira, or does he get another shot at him? Who might be champ next? I don't know. I know there was a bunch of stuff with the call out, and really, was it Adesanya? Was he really trying to call him out or not? I saw one of the guys' videos was talking about, that's really not what he was doing, and like the interpreter kind of bombed a little bit on what he was really saying. So I don't think you do the Adesanya again. The guys have already fought all that time. Dana's not going to go for that. That they already tried that once with him, with Jan. They're not going to do that. Dana already kind of like just nipped that in the bud right away. Like that's not going to happen. So you got Jamal Hill sitting there, and then you got Johnny Walker and Magomov, or is that who it is? I think they're going to fight. I saw I saw John Kavanaugh talking about that today. That Johnny Walker and him are going to fight in January. So could be the winner of that. Could get the winner of. Or fight, Pereira, but whenever Jamal Hill's ready to go, he's going to get the shot. Dana's already kind of said that, so, so we'll see how all that goes. Just wanted to do like a little recap video, UFC 295, really enjoyed watching the card, it was a good card. Looking forward to this next one too, UFC 296. We'll do some videos on that as well. Colby Leon, got Paddy Pimblett coming back. I saw a video with him today as well. He's saying it's pretty much like this fight's a lose-lose for him. He goes out there and beats Tony, and they're like, oh, you beat a washed-up Tony, 39 years old. He goes in there and loses. Oh, you got beat by a washed-up Tony, and, so he's looking at this thing like, dude, this is like do or die. He's got to get this win, man. He's got to finish him, too. He didn't think he did real well against that fight with Jared Gordon. I think he might have underestimated him a little bit, that kid, man, and he's all heart. I was really happy to see that, too, man. How cool of a story is that? Jared Gordon, class act, man. His backstory, all the stuff that he went through. He's a New York kid, and then to come fight at Madison Square Garden after all the stuff he's been through, man. Great story with him. Tough guy, man. Tough dude. He KO'd the guy in the prelims. He's a tough dude, man. Patty had his hands full with that one. Who knows? Maybe he thought he was going to just wipe it clean, knock him out like he did the other first 3 fights that he had in the UFC, and it's like, no, it's not going to happen, So, could be a lesson learned. Hey, man, fair play to him. Patty's coming in against Tony, so that'll be a good one too. So, we'll get into that a little bit more as the time gets closer to UFC 296. So, you guys have a good night, and we'll see you later.